In a small town nestled among mountains, there stood an old mansion that everyone avoided. Locals referred to it as a cursed place, haunted by the spirits of a family that had mysteriously vanished years ago. No one dared to approach the mansion, fearing the darkness that lingered within its walls. One night, a group of friends decided to explore the mansion. Led by Emre, a brave and adventurous spirit, the group included Elif, Ahmet, and Sibel. They had grown tired of the ghost stories and were eager to experience the thrill for themselves. As night fell, the friends grabbed their flashlights and made their way to the mansion. The front door, seemingly sealed by time, creaked open as Emre pushed it. Inside, dust and cobwebs filled the air, and the faint scent of decay lingered. The beam of their flashlights flickered nervously as they stepped inside. They wandered through a narrow corridor that led to a large, dimly lit hall. The room was filled with old furniture, remnants of a once happy family. In the center stood a grand dining table, and atop it lay a weathered journal. Emre picked it up and began to flip through the pages, revealing stories of joy, sorrow, and a dark family secret. "There's something here," he said, excitement tinging his voice. But as he read, the air grew colder, and a low, echoing sound resonated in the room. Suddenly, a door slammed shut behind them, plunging them into darkness. "What was that?" Ahmet whispered, his eyes wide with fear. Elif gasped, and they all turned to see a shadowy figure materializing in the corner of the room. It appeared to be watching them, its face obscured by darkness. Sibel's heart raced. "I don't want to be here anymore," she exclaimed, backing away. But the figure stepped forward, whispering, "Don't leave us. Join us." The group was paralyzed with fear. Emre shouted, "We need to get out of here." But as he turned, the figure spoke again, this time louder, "Stay. You belong with us now." Panicking, the friends searched for an escape. Emre spotted a door at the far end of the hall and dashed toward it, urging his friends to follow. But just as they reached the door, it swung shut, trapping Sibel inside the room. "Sibel," they cried out, but their voices were drowned by the sound of her terrified scream. The door sealed itself with a thud, leaving the remaining three to confront the figure alone. "Where is she?" Elif shouted, desperation creeping into her voice. The figure loomed closer, its shape shifting in the darkness. "She has joined us, just as you will." The friends stumbled back, fear coursing through their veins. Emre grabbed Elif and Ahmet, urging them to find Sibel. They ran into an adjacent room, a dusty library filled with old tomes and scrolls. Maybe they could find something to help them. Frantically, they searched the shelves, but every book was blank, empty of words and secrets. The whispers grew louder, filling the room with chilling echoes. "Join us, don't be afraid," they sang in unison, a haunting melody that wrapped around their minds. Emre's eyes landed on a peculiar book with an ornate cover. He opened it, and the pages began to glow. Suddenly, a door materialized on the wall behind them. "Quick, this way," he urged. They dashed toward the door, but as they reached it, the figure blocked their path. "You cannot leave. You are part of this now," it hissed. The shadows around them thickened, wrapping around their bodies like tendrils. In the chaos, they felt their connection to the world outside slipping away. The room began to fade, replaced by a dark void. Sibel's scream echoed in their minds, pulling at their hearts as they realized they were losing her and themselves. Hours passed in disorientation until, at last, the mansion stood silent once more. Outside, townsfolk gathered, drawn by the rumors of the missing friends. They called for them, but only silence answered. The mansion, shrouded in darkness, stood as a monument to the lost, its secrets sealed within. Inside, the shadows danced, their whispers intertwining with the essence of those who had once dared to enter. The friends had become part of the mansion, their souls entwined in an eternal struggle between light and dark. From that night on, the townsfolk spoke of four spirits who haunted the mansion, forever lost in its depths. And as the wind howled through the trees, their fateful whispers echoed, reminding all who listened, "You are never truly alone."